Hey folks, welcome to our first official. We finally did it. We finally did the green screen. We finally got it going on. We finally did green screen live. I got to turn off my email. Uh, Thanks for joining us. Just a little thing we're doing every single night. We decided to, with the first week, we were playing around a little bit. Let me know, anyone who comes on here, if they can hear me okay. We've tried to set this up in a way that's palatable. I'm going to have to even test it. The first week we were playing around. Okay, the microphone's not working, but we'll fix that. So we've got a little bit of an echo, that's why. So basically, this has been a work in progress for this channel for a heck of a lot of years. We've been working on Today in History and the idea of doing a Today in History in rock music, rock and pop. And it's taken us this long to get to a point of going, why don't we just put one of these on live? Because producing one of these is insane. I thought, if I'm going to produce a Today in History, it's going to take me to my grave. So we've got a few people, thanks to the Patreon account, thanks to the folks who decided to help us out with Patreon. Now we can actually finally do this and do it right and have tonight not a good microphone, but we've got our green screen. We've got all the people stacked up, and thanks to a few volunteers we've got, thanks to Shannon for putting a lot of this together. But mostly thank you to Patreon for the folks who donated money, who made this possible, because doing it Today in History is an arduous task for sure. There's a lot of things going on every single day in Today in History, but we're happy to be here. We've got a new camera, which, as you can see every little wrinkle in my face, which is good because we're all old rockers and that's the way it goes. So you've got the camera. The microphone's not working. We're going to have to figure out what that is, but you can hear me. And even though there's an echo, you can hear me tonight. And we'll get to your questions. Melody R. Hi from Saskatchewan. Melody is one of our Patreons. She donates money every month to help us basically be here. So Melody, sorry. We have another girl who's Melanie. Melody she's a hard-working mom. Anyway, we're going to get to Today in History, and thank you for everyone who joined us. This is starting to get more momentum every single night, which is nice. And I thought doing it live would be more fun. It's actually a lot less work doing it live because we can just press a few little buttons. Like, look at who's first. Well, by the way, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Hold on a second. Let me get my mouse. This is the first time we've got multiple people on here for our Today in History. We're gonna straighten her out a little bit. Christine McVie. There you go. 1943 she was born. And she's been in Fleetwood Mac for a heck of a long time, and she deserves all the accolades that she has. I'm going to turn the volume down on this because we're hearing. But she's been with Fleetwood Mac from 1970 to 1998 and 2014 to present, even though recently she has said that Fleetwood Mac is not really getting back together, that she's tired, that it's hard for her physically to perform with Fleetwood Mac. And she said her ex-husband, who she's friends with, they've been friends for a long time, John McVie, can't physically do it or want to do it. So it looked like the nail was on the Fleetwood Mac coffin. Was Lindsey Buckingham going to come on? That's the thing. Can you just get the classic lineup, the five on there? But maybe they're not going to bow out the way all fans want them to bow out, and that's okay. That kind of happens, right? So there you go. Happy birthday to Christine McVie, and if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Born in 1944, and what a talented lady. Cynthia Robinson, Sly and the Family Stone, born in Sacramento, California. What a band that was, huh? Hot Fun in the Summertime. I mean, can you ever get sick of that song? The beginning of that song made me stop in my tracks. A lot of songs have. Maybe it was one of those for you too. Congratulations to, I want to say hi to Mona Crowder. Mona Crowder, it's her birthday today. She just said, can you say happy birthday to me? Of course we can. 1950, born, great drummer, was with Kiss a lot of years, Eric Carr. Drummer for, as they put it, the American rock band, Kiss. And we lost him of an aneurysm, died November 1999. He was only 41 years old. and he had his own. He was the guy who came in and had decided to have his own body paint that was different than Peter Criss, which was, I thought, very classy. But now they've gone back to 1959. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Per Gessle of Roxette is the only remaining member of that duo, born in Sweden, 1959. So he's got a year on me. 1974, Melanie Chisholm, also known as Mel C or Sporty Spice, born in England. We thought, oh, wrong one. I knew that was going to happen. In 1993, Zayn Malik from One Direction was born in Bradford, England. We don't have a picture with him. Somehow we didn't have time. People who passed away on this date in rock and roll history. 1983, former Traffic member Chris Wood died of liver failure, which happens a lot in rock and roll, right? They drink a lot. He had a lengthy illness. He played with Jimi Hendrix as well in 1968. I love the Bee Gees. I love the Bee Gees. Just love them so much. While people were going, "Hey, disco sucks," I was just loving them so much. They were one of my favorite bands. I remember buying Spirits Having Flown when everyone was done with it after Saturday Night Fever. And I thought it was great. The title song's fantastic. I have it in my case up there. You can't see it because I'm on the green screen. He died in 2003, unexpectedly of a heart attack at the age of 53. We're going to talk about tunes and albums. 1974, remember this? How many of you had this in 74? The Joker, Steve Miller Band. Hits #1 in the U.S. I thought it was an unlikely song. He was a blues artist for a lot of his life, played with Boz Scaggs, and I thought it was an unlikely song, but after a while, love that stuff. In 1977, Stephen Stills and Neil Young, they released the album, their album, Long May You Run, is certified gold. Never had that one. By the way, please, if you like what we do, check out our Patreon. You'll have early access to all the Lou Gramm stuff that we have. You can buy a t-shirt, help support the channel, or some people just don't want to join Patreon or buy a t-shirt. They just donate a little bit of money to us. And I say this every night. I know times are hard, but if you can, we'd appreciate that. It makes a big difference to our channel, and it helps us do things like this. All the links are in the description of this video. What else happened on the day? Oh, we're getting close to the cutest little thing in the world. 1986, Simply Red scored their first #1 hit, Holding Back the Years. I remember when that came out. I remember the video. I was in radio doing the NAC format, which is New Adult Contemporary format, and everyone was talking about this tune. It was crazy. They had a long career. Oh, we're up to ding! Britney Spears, 1999. She released her first album, Baby One More Time. And look at that face. Look at that face. And now, if you follow her on Instagram, she's always posing with hardly any clothes on. And I don't know if she thinks that's what fans want from her. I don't know if she's fully 100% well. I don't know. But she's certainly doing that thing. Shannon, my wife, who a lot of you know from our sister channel, came up to me and she says, "Look, she's just frolicking in the beach, holding parts of herself." That's what happens. Oh. 2013, Black Sabbath complete their newly reunited album. Ozzy Osbourne announced the upcoming release of 13. Remember that album? I never had it. 1954, you guys know this guy. Elvis Presley signed the recording contract with Sun Records. He gave his day job at the Crown Electric Company. He just decided maybe I ain't going to do that anymore. 1958, The Quarrymen featuring John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, John Dufflo on piano, Colin Hanton on drums, recorded a vanity disc in a small studio. Cool. Look at those guys, eh? They're so young. Little did they know. Oh, I'm back. Hi. Hold on, I got it. This is our first night of green screen, so if we have a few technical glitches, you'll understand. It's just the way it goes. Oh. Nope, not yet. There you go. 1962, the Rolling Stones' first performance at Marquee Club, London. A big anniversary for Stones fans today going, wow. You know, Stones are a band. You know, it was, there was a lot of things on Facebook all day, and it was kind of cool. Oh, thanks everyone for coming on here and giving us, oops. There you go. There he is. 1992, Axl Rose, he was arrested at a riot, charged with riot charges in St. Louis after a concert on July 2nd. Look at that face. He just seemed like a nice guy. They were so freaking malcontent. Weren't they in the beginning? Him and Slash and every other freaking member of the band. They were just the perfect example of rock and roll excess, for sure. 1993, the 8th annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. Who got in? Cream, Ruth Brown, Creedence Clearwater Revival, The Doors, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, Etta James, Van Morrison, Sly and the Family Stone. Welcome to the Big Rock Hall of Fame. And, you know, whenever we talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, people always say, don't get me started on this. Because a lot of people, oops. Nope. There we go. A lot of rockers will not get in before they die, when they really just could get in. You know, they should look at. I mean, Lou Gramm and Foreigner are not in. Lou Gramm recently told me, and by the way, most of the interviews up on our sister channel, Rock History Music. If you want to see some hidden gems, some of them will never see the light of day. Join our Patreon. You'll have access to a lot of bonus stuff from interviews and stuff. So. Okay, let's see. Let's chat. Melody, hi. Chase Tower, hi all. By the way, we're going to create a Facebook group for Patreon-only members so that we can chat and get to know each other a little bit. Because I notice a lot of you talk amongst yourself when Shannon and I do Friday Night Live. So I kind of like that. I'm going, well, you know, why not form a little club where we get to know each other? And also our second tier is a Zoom hangout, where if you just want to hang out with us and, you know, we'll basically Zoom for Shannon and I and a few of you. It'd be nice. Alex Knight, nice backdrop. That's our original Rock History Music backdrop. We will have a different backdrop in the probably next week, of a Today in History backdrop. It's specifically fuzzy because it's supposed to be in the back, right? So there you go. Kim Trickle, hi Kim. Always nice to have you on, and thank you for your support. She's another Patreon. Sue Bailey, hi, hey John. Chase Tower, I'm glad she's hitting it. Alex Knight, Sly the Family Stone. Chase Tower, love Mel. Well, she's a nice girl. When I was the program director of a station, I can't take that off, a station in Calgary named Breeze 103, this young lady came into the door and my receptionist came in and she said, hey, John, there's someone that wants to talk to you about radio. And I went, I thought, you know what? I say it, I'd never say no to people who wanted to get into radio. So I let her in, and she's cute as a button. Her name was Emma Harding. We started talking, and she told me that her dad replaced Steve Winwood in the Spencer Davis group. And I went, your dad's Eddie Harding, who's passed away a few years ago. Anyway, Hammond B3 was up there, you know, replacing Steve Winwood. And at one point, we were going to get the Spencer Davis group to come because Eddie was still alive and Spencer Davis was still alive, but they're both passed on now. Anyway, she told me at one point, I said, well, what kind of happenings what happened in your life? Your dad was a rock star. She says, well, I went to school with the kids of the Rolling Stones. I was asked to join the Spice Girls, and I went, what? She says, yeah, I was going to be Sporty Spice. She was going to be Baby Spice, not Sporty Spice, whose name is also Emma. But she thought the guy who was forming the band was creepy. And Emma teaches vocal lessons, so it's not like, and her dad was Eddie Harding. So I believed her. I went, wow, that's pretty cool. And I'm still friends with Emma. So, and I gave her start. I said, Emma, I will teach you how to be a radio announcer if you are the van girl. You know, the girl with the van and gives out stuff. And she did that for nothing. And I taught her how to be a radio announcer, and she got on the air. And that's the story. So Chase Tower, I love Mel too. But I just realized we were talking about Baby. Melody, I love the Bee Gees. I like both stages, you know, the early stages. San Francisco. Chase Tower, a friend did. Christian Valdivino. I saw the Bee Gees in Boca Stadium, Argentina in '98. I've never seen them, yeah. Melody, Elvis, yeah. Has anybody seen the movie? I haven't seen the Baz Luhrmann movie. Alex Knight, The Quarrymen. Thanks, guys. Chase Tower, Biggie. Chase Tower. I try to watch Friday night. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Our son's name is Chase. Melody R, 1 in a Million. Chase Tower. I'm 20 miles from, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's empty. Well, it doesn't have the right people. No, I would say the people who are there deserve to be there. It's just that I'm not sure why they're not being speedy on getting folks who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame who are going to die soon. I don't know. They should have a special category, an honorary category that people don't vote on. They just bring them in. Lou Gramm has to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, I just talked to Jeff Skunk Baxter for a second time for an hour and a half. Actually, on the same day, I talked to Lou Gramm for an hour and a half. And it went incredibly well. And he said it was an honor. He looks at that as, it's not everything, but... And Lou Gramm said for him a big honor was the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And I can understand that. So, Beast Mode, hey, did you hear about the Eagles stolen lyric today? No, I don't know anything about that, actually. We were too busy doing this thing. Try to get our SLR camera hooked on to this so that when we do live broadcasts now, we can actually have a good camera, which is different than the camera that's in the machine, and do a good broadcast for you. And thanks to donations that we've received in the last little while, we're able to buy better equipment. So I had a guy last night who going, oh, how can you be asking for money? And and you're going to get that. Every time you do, you're going to get people who say that. And I can understand that. But we don't live paycheck to paycheck, but at the same time, we're on a really tight budget doing Rock History Music, Rock History Book, and Rock History Canada. It takes a lot of our time, but also it's a full-time job. I mean, it really is. Also, we need to buy new equipment, and getting an SLR camera, though a cheap one, was important, and soon we're going to have to buy a new computer to do stuff. So there's always something, right? Anyway, we don't want to make this. Beast Mode. I just saw it. Crazy stuff. Sonia, happy Rumble anniversary. The Chord Father. Oh, Link Ray created Rumble on this day in '57. Oh, we'll put that down. Fingers crossed. Chase Tower. Alex Lifeson gave a great acceptance speech when Rush was inducted. I think that the boys in Rush are on a level of class that is sometimes hard to comprehend. So kudos to them. We're going to do on the Canadian channel some countdown on Rush albums, possibly on the international channel as well, Rock History Music. Canadian channel's Rock History Book, so thank you. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you being out there. We don't want to make Today in History an hour-long thing because, well, that just would be wrong now, wouldn't it? But I appreciate everyone coming on tonight. And I can see, the trending of this feature slowly doing better, which is great because I think rock history is an important thing, and I like doing that for all of you. So thank you. So we will be back tomorrow night. If something happens in rock and roll while we wait, I'll be back on the other channel as well. Take care of yourself. And thanks for people who are our Patreon. We appreciate you. Links in the description. Take care. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday.